morning, bowling fans. On behalf of Nationwide, PWBA, and Double Decker Lanes, I'd like to welcome you to round 3 qualifying in this year's Nationwide PWBA Sonoma County Open. Our competitors already have bowled 12 games. They're going to bowl 6 games this morning. At the conclusion of this morning's competition, we'll cut the field down to our top 12. Those 12 will be divided into 2 groups. 2 groups of 6 for the round-robin match play competition. That'll begin at 1 o'clock. They'll bowl 6 games. At the conclusion of that, the leaders in each group will advance to our TV stepladder finals, while seeds 2, 3, and 4 advance to our group stepladder finals, which will begin at 5 o'clock. The winners of those group stepladder finals will join the other 2 in the TV stepladder finals, which will be taped later this month at the Orleans in Las Vegas. Bowlers, as soon as the lanes come on, they are yours for 10 minutes of practice. bowlers, practice time is now over. Please, no more deliveries. If you'll hold up on your practice, cycle your pin setter back to the first ball setting. We'll get you going in your competition. Just a reminder, bowling fans, the signing of autographs and use of flash cameras during competition is strictly prohibited. Also, if you have a cell phone, if you'll turn that to the silent mode, the players would appreciate that as well. One final comment, the area in front of the ropes is considered our field of play. That belongs to our competitors and competitors only. Fans, we ask that you stay behind the ropes. Okay, bowlers, looks like 10 pins on the deck. Scoring arrows are up. Bowling fans, how about a great send-off for round 3 qualifying? Thank you. Good luck.
All right, folks, good morning. Live from Double Decker Lanes in Rohnert Park, California. The 2016 Nationwide PWBA Sonoma County Open continues on. We are in the cashier's round, the top 32 qualifiers after 12 games of qualifying yesterday. Now bowling 6 additional games. We come to you here in game number 2, just beginning. So you joined us at the beginning, of course. You saw some practice. Saw game 1 before some brief difficulties. Halted us momentarily, but everything back up. So we appreciate you tuning in, wherever you may be tuning in from. 8:30 start here on the Pacific time on the West Coast. Or it's 11:30 a.m. Eastern, and now inching closer to that noon hour on the East Coast. With Matt Cannizzaro and Neil Williams Jr. here with you. Right now in your featured pair. And we will have 2 featured pairs throughout the day. Leanne Holsenberg, Jazriel Tan, and Aaron McCarthy. All to our right there, Felicia Wong, Kelly Kulik, and Samantha Shaden. We'll switch throughout. We'll bring you the other pairs as well. Again, I'd like to thank Nationwide, our title sponsor of this event. Be sure to check out our Facebook page, the PWBA Tour Facebook page, for a chance to win a Shop PWBA prize pack, compliments of Nationwide. There'll be a post up on that page. Click the link for your chance to sign up and win. Again, a free PWBA or Shop PWBA prize pack. Hashtag this week for your social posts, PWBA goes NW. Again, PWBA goes NW for Nationwide. They are on your side. Here is Aaron McCarthy. And Aaron shot 278. I believe on this very pair yesterday evening, game 5, which propelled her inside the cut number. At that particular moment in time, she was out of the number. Generally, 278 will allow you to do some good things. Well, she certainly looked like the Aaron McCarthy that we are all used to seeing. After 12 games of qualifying last night, or yesterday, I beg your pardon, Christina Wendell was the qualifier. She was the cut line at 32. At minus 54. Aaron McCarthy again mentioned that 278 game in game 5 of last evening. Game 11 overall. She snuck in at minus 40. Wendy McPherson was 31st at minus 50. McCarthy was 30th. If you haven't seen the standings, be sure to check out pwba.com. Or you can head to our live site at pwba.com/live. Check out all of your standings. So again, 6 more games today. Your leader coming into today was Danielle McEwen. Check that story out if you haven't on PWBA.com as well. Danielle came in at plus 319, finished the day from Stony Point, New York. They did have a perfect game yesterday if you joined us at the beginning of yesterday's round. Diana Zabyalova shot 300 in game 1. The opening round of qualifying. She led for most of the day. Only a couple of games where she was in second, did not drop past second. And of course the last game, Danielle McEwen shot 245. Actually games 5 and 6, she went 256, 245. But game 5, she took the lead. In game 6, she kept the lead. Zabyalova shot 244 in game 6. She came in at plus 294 today. Jen Higgins was third coming into today. Wei Fin New was fourth, and Jazriel Tan was fifth. After one game of Cashers round play this morning, McEwen still in the lead, shot 240 out the gate. And Diana Z, 246. So your 2 leaders, essentially. McEwen at plus 359, Zabyalova plus 340. So they could be jockeying for position throughout the day. Jen Higgins remains in third, off to a slow start, 163. Wei Fin New shot 171. In game 1, Leanne Holstenberg, 183. Kelly Kulik shot 211. Jazriel Tan, 144. Don't see that very often. Felicia Wong, 212. Josie Ernest, 212. And Sandra Gongora, 200. Maria Jose Rodriguez shot 193, and Shayna Ung shot 195. Again, those are your top 12 currently after one game of Cashers round played this morning. The new cut line to match play is 12. And that is the place and number folks will be shooting for. These great women and female competitors. Right now it is Shayna Ung again after game 1. Still plenty of time and plenty of bowling left to do. So here is Leanne Holstenberg on a very good block on the second half. Went 192 over on the back 6. Went 255, 205, 278, 221, 210, and 223. You'd think that would be the highest block, at least in the afternoon portion of the day, but nope. Because your leader, Danielle McEwen, bested that by 2 pins. If you think that was enough to lead the field, it was not. And we're talking about just round 2. Wei Fin New went 200 over. 202 to be exact on the back 6. She started 276, 268. and went 201, 179, finished strong, 220, 258. Now, the second half was kind to many bowlers. They're making the adjustments after the first 6. Well, here is Aaron McCarthy. That shot looked pretty similar to what we saw in yesterday's 278 game. So Holstenberg up with a chance to double here in the 9th frame. 167 in the 7th. Strike in the 8th. That one's got to hurry, and it will. So chop the 10 out of there. And a nice double for Leanne. And shoot 257. A lot of great bowlers and a lot of great competitors here in the field. After Jazrael's shot, we'll flip over to. She'll take the early roll there. Let's flip over to our other featured pair here. Take a look at Kelly Kulick, Samantha Shaden, and Felicia Wong. Kelly, that strike in the 8th frame gives her a double. She is clean through 8, 127 in the 6th. Now pacing in the 2 teens after that double. Here is Shaden on lane 30. On the other side, Holstenberg wraps the 10 pin. The first shot of the 10th. This is Shaden from Baltimore. B. Moore in the house. Shaden qualified 29th at minus 35. After game 1, currently sits at 27th. A very nice 226 in game 1. They get to minus 9. They'll take the count off the split. That'll leave her with 171. Here's Felicia Wong, the southpaw, former Wichita State Shocker from Canada. Leanne just finished up, shot 234. Last couple of shots in the 10th frame. 10 pin and then a pocket 7-10. So hopefully those are not signs of things to come. Nice shot by Kelly Kulick. Jazrael Tan going to get some pins back. Tough start there, shot 140 earlier in game 1. One look here at Shade now in the 10th frame. I'd like to thank all of our guests from yesterday. Curtis Woods Jr., General Manager here at Double Decker Lanes. That one won't carry the 7 for Samantha. So spare here, and the strike will give her 191. Felicia Wong, the open in the 9th. Best she can do is shoot 180. Kelly Kulick on a 3-bagger. She's got 247 left here with the 10th frame for coming. Nice shot from Wong. They're able to get the 7 pin out late. Also have Mike Fagan. Mike pursuing his MBA at Cal Berkeley, the Haas School of Business. Had to chat with him. His wife Emily was bowling. She was in the field competing. I believe she will be at next week's event. The Women's Championship's coming up. She'll be on the live stream as well. And of course the USBC Queens. So a bit of a role reversal, as Mike said yesterday. Anthony Simonson joined us as well yesterday. The young phenom. The youngest major champion at 19 years of age. A 170 for Felicia Wong, 187 for Samantha Shaden. And here is Kelly Kulick. Of course, the house a little quieter. 32 competitors, less lanes going. Kulick first shot in the 10. She'll get the messenger on the 10, the 7 pin. Will remain. Coming up on 25 and 26. DZ3. Diana's course shot 300. If you missed that, you can check the archives, of course, on Extra Frame. Round 1 of qualifying. And Christina Wendell will be joined by your leader, Danielle McEwen. So 1, 2, and 32. Here on 25 and 26. Again, those were their positions entering today's action. Kulick spared. A strike here will give her 226. Well, 10 pin and 225 for K squared. This pair will be occupied momentarily. Jen Higgins, Wendy McPherson. And I believe Wei-Fin New. Nice shot by Diana to start things. I'd like to wish a happy Mother's Day to all the mothers who are watching. And a happy Mother's Day on behalf of all of the players. Caleb Andy had a specific request yesterday. I'll go ahead and extend that to the field. So thanks, moms. Enjoy your day tomorrow. And hopefully, if your daughter is competing, she will provide the best Mother's Day present possible, and that is a slot in the televised final, the nationwide PWBA Sonoma County Open. If you're unfamiliar with the format, I mentioned 12 games of qualifying yesterday, 6 more here in the Cashers round. Before the top 12 will head to match play, where they will be broken down into 2 groups by seed. Odd seeds in Group A, even seeds in Group B. Essentially, those groups will face off against each other After 6 games, which includes a final position round in Game 6, the top 2 players from each group, so the high pinfall leader in Group A, high pinfall leader in Group B, will receive the automatic slots in the televised final and be seated 1-2 based on their pinfall to determine the final 2 participants who will make the TV show. Those same 2 groups, Group A and B, will then have a group stepladder final. It will go on simultaneously on 25 and 26 actually, and 29 and 30. Seeds 2, 3, and 4. So, of course, 4 versus 3. Winner moves on to face the second seed. That's how it will work in both groups. And the winners of those will determine the final 2 participants. From a seeding standpoint, of course, on the show, same thing. It will be based on their pinfall. This show will take place, will be taped, I beg your pardon, in Las Vegas at the Orleans during the USBC Queens weekend. The show will air on CBS Sports Network on June 14th. Just off to our left competing, Alicia Current, last year's Storm Sacramento Open champion. She'll be at next week's event. We'll have an opportunity to defend that title. Brianna Coche, Daphne Tan. Saw Diana Z there stop. She did that a few times during the 300 game, which to me made it that more impressive to stay focused in that moment. She got started and stopped a few times. You saw it there, but it did not faze her during her race to perfection. As you see, Danielle McEwen, even 2-pin last year's Smithfield Tour Championship winner. Talk about a bright future. She has competed against some of the best men in the country, in the world for that matter, and has won both domestically and internationally. She has won on the PWBA Tour. She has won on the PBA Tour. Well, we look forward to seeing Danielle continue what we all expect to be a fantastic career. It's already off to probably the best start possible. Or maybe not. I guess the best start possible would be to win everything you enter. But you know what I mean. Run-ins for Zavyalova. Here in the 5th frame, 3-6-10. About halfway through. 29-30 as well. As McEwen leaves a 10-pin. Chop spare there by Diana. Let's flip over to Jen Higgins. Nice shot by Jen. Double spare double through 5 frames for Mrs. Higgins. Husband Dan. They make a heck of a mixed doubles combo. See them out competing quite often. Here's one of the legends, Wendy McPherson. Good to see Wendy out. It's our last week at the Las Vegas Open. There's Wei-Fin New. Shot 14.02 in the back 6 last night. New looking for a 3-bagger there. They are in the 6th frame as McPherson takes care of business on the spare. New 95 in the 5th on the spare. Wendy McPherson 107 in the 5th, working on a spare. Jenna Higgins now looking for the triple. Going pretty straight and direct. Leaves the 2-4-8-10. She let it go, looked like she didn't like it. Here's Wendy. That one reads the end of the pattern hard there, big 4. I'll take you back to 25 and 26 briefly. DZ back on the strike train. The Open in the 5th, struck in the 6th. Just had to reset one more time. That lane starting to give some fits. High again there. Almost left the 3-6-10. 10 falls, now just the 3-6. Make the spare this time. Notice plastic balls when they get to the end of this pattern. They really start to turn up. Begin going left. You don't see that too often. Very tough condition here. 37 feet. They can't go ice oil. Eric Pearson from Kegel has been here all weekend. handling things. Here is DZ again. Left lane. Okay on that one. Spare from Christina. Again, the cut line coming in. Can't win or have the opportunity to win without making the catcher's round. She put herself in position to do that. Nice shot on the right side there from McPherson. 8-pin. Here is McEwen. And Yell leaves the 2-8. It's a good look at Christina Wendell. It's a great start last season. And the 4-pin nearly fell. That might be the old 180. And there it is. No spare on the 2-8. We'll head over to Higgins. Jen's 9th frame shot. 3-pin 152 in the 7th. She was working on a double. Wayfin New with a 3-bagger headed into the 10th frame. This is Wendy Maggs. First 10th frame shot. It's a good one. Over on 25 and 26, trying to set up that 4-pin for Christina. Nice double there from McPherson. One more will give her 200 even. First shot for Wayfin New. In the 10th frame, she'll get some carry. 4-bagger for the Team Singapore member. Almost earned a spot last week in the Las Vegas Open TV show. She defeated Carolyn Doran Ballard. The 3 versus 4 match. She was the number 3 seed. In fact, had to fend off CDB, who was charging. But defeated her in match number 1. And then Rocio Restrepo, who had led that event for the majority, had some struggles in match play. Was still the number 2 seed in her group and defeated Wayfin New to earn her spot. Get 5 in a row now for Wayfin New. 200 for Wendy Mack. Even for this game, this is Higgins now. That one goes Brooklyn on that right lane. She'll take the carry though. Nice break. A double here will put her in the 220s with very good count. And New will finish with 234 after that 10-pin. Beginning 171, 182. New with 234. Back in a positive margin. Zavyalova. Back on top of the standings, as I predicted. DZ and Danielle McEwen may flip-flop a few times before it's all said and done. After 246, 257. Right now, with good count, she's in the 220s. Another even 200 game, this time over here by Christina Wendell. Clean 200. Went 8 spare 4 times, first 4 frames, double, and then 9 spare throughout until that fill shot on in the 10th frame. 223 for Zavyalova, and now McEwen. Right lanes look to get a little tough down the stretch. 3, 6, 7, 10. She will take 3. The 174 for McEwen, 223 for Diana Z, 200. For Christina, 726 for the first 3. For Zavyalova. Not 300, but she'll take 126 over. Got a brief break in the action. The bowling everywhere, just about everywhere around us. We'll take a momentary break, folks. We won't go anywhere. We'll quickly update some things, make sure we've got the right, or know who's coming. We know Christina Wendell and Diana Zavyalova and Danielle McEwen will head over. They'll skip 1 pair. They will be on 29 and 30 momentarily. They wait, they got the score monitor down, making sure all is proper. The few pair looks like they're waiting as well. So perhaps they'll want to start at the same time. Talked about the international competitors, how phenomenal, solid they have been. Members of Team Singapore, Diana from Latvia, several Team Colombia members here as well. Of course, Rocio, rolling and living in Ohio. Maria Jose Rodriguez in Texas, along with Angie Ramirez as well. Ariana Ayala competing on tour. She is from Puerto Rico. The word on around town is the stage being held for Kelly Kulick. That's down the way. Can't see what the number is, but she has them all, and she's in the 10th frame. It did not end well. There was a split, looks like from this angle. So Alicia Current, Brianna Cote. And I believe Daphne Tan. So 297 for Kelly Kulick in game 3. That happened down on the high end. About 4 paired down the way. So almost our second 300 of the tournament. If you're just joining us, this is the 2016 Nationwide PWBA Sonoma County Open, along with Matt Cannizzaro. Emil Williams Jr. here with you. You are watching Game 4 action as Christina Wendell McEwen, Danielle McEwen, and Diana Zabialova on 25 and 26. First look of the day at Daphne Tan, Brianna Cote, and Alicia Current. McEwen here with a 10 pin. She will convert. Now over to Brianna Cote, who will be on the live stream on Bowl TV at the Open Championships next week. Cote, University of Central Missouri standout. 4-time All-American. Player of the Year. Alicia Curran, no stranger to collegiate success as well. Successful at Fairleigh Dickinson, then later at Wichita State. Daphne Tan, a talented bowler representing Team Singapore. Greek Church to start, however, for the right-hander. Of course, amongst these 6 ladies, again, the 3 on this pair and the 3 on the other. 2 of them PWBA, or 3 of them, I beg your pardon, with titles. The tour is relaunched last season. Alicia Curran, who you are watching there, high through the nose. Last year's Storm Sacramento Open champion. Diana, last year's PWBA Minnesota Open champion. Nice attempt there from Curran. And McEwen on the Smithfield Tour Championship. They're a tough second frame, big double for Diana. Wendell with a 9 spare. Brianna Cote. She's in the record books. Last 3 players have all hit a spot down lane and gone through the face. Although Cote now just a 6'10" to deal with. And no split to have to tackle. Cote certainly can strike with the best of them. One of the best bowlers, of course, in the field, in the country, in the world also. 879. Years back. You can see her name in the USBC record books and the Tucson, Arizona record books as well. Boy, this right lane starting to look a little tough. Lane 26 to be exact. Although that shot from Daphne was going right. Look, it hit the gutter and just kind of hung there. washout. 1, 2, 4, 10. Nice shot at it. She'll take the 3, however. A couple open frames through 3 for Daphne Tan. Cote trying to fill frames until she can find the right combination. She'll make the spare. Last time Current was on this lane. And through the face as well, left the split. See what type of adjustment she'll make here. Saw what Daphne Tan did. She left the Greek Church on lane 26 in frame number 1. Wash out on that lane. A little right, wash out. See how Current attacks. Great shot there, wrapped in. Daphne, great release. Very smooth. You barely hear the ball enter the lane. So I'm still a little high. That ball not reading certainly where she wants it to. She's got the 2-8 again. It's a 37-foot pattern. Nice spare from Current. There are less bowlers now in the field, so each pair they go to. Of course, less games. We're still early. Cote with a pocket 7-10 again on the right lane. Head over to the PWBA Facebook page. Get a look at Kelly Kulick's final shot. Her road to perfection, shot 297, however, but get a good look at it. You also head over to have an opportunity and a chance to win a shot PWBA prize pack. Just sign up. You'll see the post. Click the link. Take a look at some of the gear that you could win. Simply just sign up. And you too could win a Shop PWBA prize pack. Compliments of Nationwide, our title sponsor of the Sonoma County Open. And Tan continues the struggles here. All right, 2-4-10. See if Cote can get back on the strike train. That's a good looking shot. Don't forget, folks, use the hashtag PWBA goals NW for Nationwide. Tan will take 2. Struggling early. Here is Daphne. Let's get a quick look at 29 and 30. There's your leader after 14, waiting on the most recent update. Diana Zavyalova. Nice double headed into the 10th frame now. 132 in the 7th. on a double. K-Dub, Christina Wendell. .145 in the ninth. Danielle McEwen, great shot there. A strike in the ninth frame. Off and open. Max score now 221. Those two will cross throughout the day together. We'll get a chance to see what the other is doing, see where they're playing. Christina, nice shot first frame, or first shot, I beg your pardon, in the 10th. Another one for DZ. First shot in the 10th, she liked it. Give it the fist pump. That one's got a hook for Rihanna Cote. Almost left the pocket 7-10. The 7 remains, and Christina one more, and again, three-bagger. Another one will give her 205. Again, your 30-second qualifier here entering this morning's block. DZ one more, and again, another one. 4 in a row. .205 for Christina. Quick ball change to test something out. 221 for Zavialova. A 147 over for 4 games here this morning. The lead starting to briefly increase over the previous leader entering the Cashers round, Danielle McEwen. Kelly Hulick now back up to third after her 297 at plus 338. McEwen plus 358. Zavialova plus 420 again after 15 games. Get a look at Danielle's final shot. Made the spare. Try something here. .197 for McEwen. Now back to 25 and 26. Here is current head coach at Delaware State University. Fantastic shot. That one was well done. And it's Daphne Tan. Last we saw her, she was struggling a little bit. First 5 frames not going well, a couple splits. A washout. Made a ball change. 9 spare strike. One of those a 9-pin. They have found something to in this game with. So he can strike out, shoot 189, and not give away as many potentially as what could have been. But first things first, nice double there from Cote. Nice break there for Current. And another for Tan. So doubles all around. Deuce is wild, headed into the 10th frame. Cote on a double. Nice shot on the first. Current now, same situation on the double as well. Right lane has been tricky for all the competitors. Current has made very good shots as of late on this one. Another good shot. You saw a down lane just waver ever so slightly. Just enough to leave that wrapped in. Needless to say, as my former teammates used to say, that lane's tricky. She will make the spare. A strike will give her 193. Cote lost a little count, but makes the spare 201 for Brianna. Alicia went to the bag. Try out something different. After 3 games this morning, of course, plus 62 in 22nd, Daphne Tan is the first shot in the 10th frame. She's got the right ball now in her hands. Tan was plus 64, and Cote was tied for 25th at minus 21. Of course, the number to get to currently plus 179. That is 12 for match play. Different ball, another good shot. That was a solid game from Alicia Current. She threw countless good shots. Saw several 9 counts. Sometimes that happens. And it can be very frustrating, especially when you're trying to make a move in the standings. Daphne Tan able to save some pins as well. And she had 60 in the 5th. Made a ball change. 9 spare, 4-bagger. She had another 5 frames. That game would look a little different. 189 for Daphne Tan. momentary break. Of course, these competitors should head over to our featured pair next. Our second, I should say. 29 and 30. Kayla Bandy, and Liz Johnson, and Missy Parkin. Maybe on their way over. Clara Guerrero. See Jasmine Coleman also in our vicinity, along with Katie Sutphin. But while we wait, let's take a look at some great highlights from last year's Women's World Championships in Abu Dhabi, where Liz Johnson certainly stood out amongst the crowd. Our own Matt Canizaro was there in attendance. I'll give you some highlights, folks, and we'll have more bowling for you momentarily at the 2016 Nationwide PWBA Sonoma County Open.
Now, Kelly Kulik has a big shot coming up here. If she doesn't strike here, Team USA is in trouble going into the 10th frame. Almost a must-strike situation here for Kulik. Snaps the 10 out for the strike and the double for Team USA. Danielle McEwen, first shot in the 10th, coming up. Big crowd here. Fires it in there. That's high flush for the strike. Kelly Kulik needs a double and 8 for the shutout. High flush strike is good for Kelly Kulik. Gotta have it, or the Americans are gonna win the gold. And the light 7, and Team USA is gonna take the gold medal in the doubles. Victory lap time for Team USA as Kelly Kulik and Danielle McEwen will win the gold medal in the doubles event here at the World Championships. Congratulations, Team USA, world champions in the doubles event. And Danielle McEwen can hardly believe it. Kelly Kulik jumping up and down. And what a moment for Team USA here in Abu Dhabi. Liz Johnson trying to end this thing in dramatic fashion for Team USA as they're going to win the gold. Liz Johnson, another one.
First one.
Packs it all back, and the arm swing's a little loose right now. They've won the gold medal. And they're ready to go here. Front 10 for Liz Johnson.
That's a great shot.
Oh my, another strike. And Liz Johnson has got the front 11. Liz Johnson trying to make a perfect game. And here it is, Liz Johnson delivers the 300, and Team USA wins the gold medal here in Abu Dhabi. Congratulations, Team USA. Liz Johnson, a perfect 300 game as the Americans claim the gold medal in the coveted 5-player team event. What a moment for Team USA and Liz Johnson. 300 to close it out. And the USA chant fills the Khalifa International Bowling Center. 1168 to 1060. Team USA wins the gold medal.
right, Game 5 of the Cashers round here at the 2016 Nationwide PWBA Sonoma County Open rolling on. And some players running out of room here to make the top 12. Take a look at the updated standings, and we're still waiting on the Game 4 update. Again, this is Game 5 of 6. After 6, 18-game pinfall will determine the top 12 to advance to round-robin match play this afternoon beginning at 4 p.m. Eastern. Those 12 will be split into 2 groups. Odd numbers in Group A, even numbers in Group B. We'll 5 games, round-robin, plus a position round, after which the leader in each group automatically advances to the TV show for the Nationwide Sonoma County Open. And that TV show will be taped May 26th in Las Vegas. One of 4 shows being taped that day. I'm sorry, 3 taped, 1 live. The Queen's show will be live. All part of the USBC Queen's festivities. Step ladders for the Las Vegas Open, Nationwide Sonoma County Open, and next week's event in Sacramento, the Storm Sacramento Open. All those shows will take place and be taped in Las Vegas alongside the Queens. This particular show from this event at Double Decker Lanes in Rohnert Park will air June 14th. Top 2 seeds, the winners, the leaders from each group after match play automatically will advance to that show. And their seeding 1-2 will be based on total pinfall. And then those bowlers will finish 2, 3, and 4 in each group. Will compete in a step ladder, dueling step ladders. And the winner of each step ladder also will advance to the TV show. Those 2 winners will be the 3 and 4 seeds. Again, determined by total pinfall. Through 4 games today. 12 games yesterday. Diana Zavialova. She wants to be called Diana Z now. She's your leader at plus 441. She started things off yesterday with a perfect game. First game of the day. And then never fell below second place. She's back on top today, 246, 257, 223, 221. She leads yesterday's overall leader, Danielle McEwen, who is second at plus 355. Kelly Kulik, who had 297 earlier this morning, is third at plus 354. Jasriel Tan, plus 318. Wei Fen Nu, plus 274. That's your top 5. Cut number right now, plus 155. Felicia Wong of Canada. So very good international representation in our top 12. Diana Z is from Latvia. Jasriel Tan, Wei Fen Nu, and Shayna Ung all in the top 12 from Singapore. And Wong from Canada. 15 pins back in 13th. Clara Guerrero from Colombia. And just behind her, Sandra Gongora from Mexico, plus 133. Right now in our featured pairs, we have Ashley Galante and Amanda Green. Ashley 16th at plus 108, so still a possibility. With a big finish of making the top 12. Green 19th at plus 79. pair, Jasmine Coleman. All right, so in our other group on 29 and 30, Claire Guerrero, Katie Sutphin, and Jasmine Coleman. We're flipping back and forth today, having a few challenges. Emil Williams Jr. working on those details, and here to wrap up game number 5. Again, the number for the top 12, plus 1 to 55 in the number right now. Leader Diana Zavialova, plus 441, followed by Danielle McEwen, Kelly Kulik, Jazriel Tan, Wei Fen Nu, Leanne Holsenberg, Shannon O'Keefe, Jennifer Higgins, Josie Ernest, Maria Jose Rodriguez, Shayna Ung, and Felicia Wong. And if you'd like to see those standings, you can visit pwba.com or pwba.com/live, and you'll see links to all the results and standings so far, updated through the last game. Tough game here for Amanda Green. She picked up a title in the return of the PWBA last year, so her banner right now hanging over lanes 21 and 22. Finishes with a 1 of 49. Here in game 5, however. So her day probably going to come to an end after game 6. Looks like yesterday in qualifying, as the day went on, lanes got a little tougher. 37-foot pattern here this week. Nice spear there by Galante. 37-foot pattern. Scores were a little bit higher early on. Then there was a transition where things got very challenging, and especially last night. Some big scores to finish. So today a little less traffic on the lanes. Only 3 on most pairs. Won 6 games and spread pretty well across the house here. This is Matt Canizaro alongside Emil Williams Jr. and continued coverage. Appreciate everybody tuning in. We'll have one more game in the Cashers round, and we'll take a short break. And be back at 4 p.m. Eastern. We'll have the round robin match play, followed by the group stepladder finals. Alright, so over here on 25 and 6, Ashley Galante 191, Mandy Green 149. Our other pair, Jasmine Coleman 162, Claire Guerrero 196, and Katie Sutphin 191. Now we get situated and wait for our next group of players. Game 6, the final game of the Cashers round, coming up in just a minute. The nationwide PWBA Sonoma County Open resumes in just a few minutes. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. We'll be back with game number 6 in just a minute. right, sorry for the delay, folks. Please don't go anywhere. Final game of the cashers round. Getting underway across the house and waiting on our competitors. We'll have that for you in just a minute, along with standings through 5 games, 17 games overall. All right, they have arrived. Our final competitors for today's cashers round. We've got Samantha Shadden, Felicia Wong, and if I'm not mistaken, Kelly Kulik is their third. Jen's going to get things started here on lane 26. I've updated standings momentarily. This is our final game. These players endured practice yesterday morning. 2 6-game qualifying blocks. Now 6 more games this morning. And the field went from 76 down to 32. After this game, only 12 will remain here at the 2016 nationwide PWBA Sonoma County Open. This is Matt Canizawa alongside Emil Williams Jr. We're running some tech support today. Continued live coverage of this week's event at Double Decker Lanes. By the end of the day, we'll have our 4 players remaining for the TV show, which will be taped May 26th and air June 14th. So 4 TV shows on the first 4 events take place on May 26th. 3 will be taped. Queens show, USBC Queens, will be live that evening. standings through 5 games in the cashers round, 17 games overall. And Diana Zabialova, Diana Z, pulling away a little bit from the field. She is at plus 465. Jazriel Tan in second now at plus 343. Day 1 leader Danielle McEwen struggling after a good start today. She's third at plus 337. Kulik on our featured pair, plus 322, including a 297 in game 3 today. 168 last game, so looking to get some of that momentum back. Fifth place, Shannon O'Keefe, plus 306. Sixth is Wei Fen New, 286. Leanne Holstenberg, plus 263. Maria Jose Rodriguez, plus 213. Jennifer Higgins at plus 208. Josie Ernest, plus 172. Liz Johnson, plus 154. And number 12 right now with 1 game to go, Sandra Gongora. Saw her last week advance to the Las Vegas Open TV finals along with Liz Johnson, Shannon Pluhowski, and Rocio Restrepo. Nine pins out of the cut number. Shayna Ung of Singapore. Claire Guerrero not far behind, and Felicia Wong is 15th. 13 pins out of the number. Needs a big game here in the finale. Find her way into the top 12. Shannon is 29th at minus 63. Standard prize fund in the PWBA, 10,000 for first place, 5,000 for second, 3,500 for third, 3,000 for fourth, fifth and sixth, 2,100, seventh and eighth, 1,900, ninth and 10th, 1,600, 11th and 12th, 1,600, 13th, which would be the first one out of match play. Alternate position, 1,300, and then 14 through 32 all get $1,200. So not a bad deal for a couple days work. After this game, 20 of these players will head to Wells Fargo to cash those checks, and 12 will advance to round robin match play and then our group step ladder. about 11 a.m. here at Double Decker Lanes in Rohnert Park, California. Match play scheduled for 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. here on the West Coast. We'll have a couple hours to restart and get situated here before things get underway. Kulik definitely going to be among the top 12. She is 4th right now at plus 322. Shadden not going to make an appearance in match play this week. Alicia Wong doing everything she can to get herself in there. She is 15th right now. 13 pins out of the number. 12th, Sandra Gongora. She's one pair to our right. She's bowling in the 170s this game. Wong, 13 pins behind her, coming in. In between them, though, Shayna Ung and Clara Guerrero. Scores a little too close to be able to tell from here. So we will post the top 12 as soon as that becomes available on the official PWBA Facebook page. And then we'll be back on the air at 4 p.m. Eastern for 6 more games, all round robin match play. Gongora finishes with 173. Josie Ernest on that pair as well. She was at 172. She shoots 180. The top 9 looking pretty comfortable to make match play. Jen Higgins is 9th at plus 208. It would take a lot of work for everybody there and above not to make the top 12. Nice break there for Wong with the Brooklyn strike. Almost did the same thing last time on that lane. There was a light on the left lane, leaving the 3-9 and unable to convert. With 2 frames left, Wong still in position to go around a couple of folks here. Josie Ernest with that 180 gets to plus 152. Gongora down to 121. There's Johnson also in the mix. Shot there by Shadden. Couple big shots coming up here for Felicia Wong. There's light again. 3-9 one more time. She could not catch Ernest now. She can still go around Gongora. But still a few players in between could make that complicated. So 10th frame, about to get underway. Alicia will get ahead of Sandra Gongora. But she'll need some help from Shayna and Clara. It could be the undoing. The big 4. Emil went to check on some scores, and he'll be right back. See if we can get you an update of the drama in the bottom part of the standings. Again, top 9, relatively secure, barring any disaster. So those last 3 spots are up for grabs. Felicia Wong finishes with 189. Shadden 221. So Wong now 3 pins ahead of Gongora. So that's a step for her. She looks going to finish things off, and she is well on her way to the top 12. Great shot from Kelly. So looking at the standings, Emil has brought over Liz Johnson with a big game. Gets to plus 191. Josie Ernest looks like she's going to hang on at plus 152. And Shayna Ung could be the number at plus 151 unofficially. We'll have the final update shortly on PWBA.com. And then we'll be back on the air at 4 p.m. Eastern for round robin match play. All right, so we're going to stick around here and wait for the final number. Again, unofficially, it looks like Shayna Ung is going to be the final qualifier.
Just as soon as we get them in order, we'll verify them and we'll make our cut to our top 12 for match play. Just a reminder, the match play will begin at 1 o'clock.
So unofficially, in no particular order, by our calculations, your top 12, Diana Zavialova, Jazriel Tan, Danielle McEwen, Kelly Kulik, Shannon O'Keefe, Wei Fen New, Leanne Holstenberg, Maria Jose Rodriguez, Jennifer Higgins, Liz Johnson, Josie Ernest, and Shayna Ung. All unofficial. And we're seeing if we can't get a player or two to come on and talk to us while they tabulate the scores. All right, so as we wait for the final scores to come out and our final official top 12, not the Matt Cannizzaro version, let's sit down and talk for a minute with Diana Z.
Z, hi everybody. How you doing?
It is Diana Z. She bowled 300 the first game of the event and never fell below second place in 18 games of qualifying. Diana, pretty awesome performance to be in the top 2 the entire 18 games. Great start, obviously the momentum. Talk about that and kind of how you parlayed that into a great couple days.
Last week I didn't bowl as well as I wanted to. So I just came in with a fresh mind and, just start fresh and, just really wanted to do well. And I started off with a 300 game and it was pretty awesome. I actually got sick a couple days ago, so I didn't feel well at all. So that was like, that 300 game was even more special because I really didn't feel well. And then I kind of just took advantage of it, and I just, just remind myself, one shot at a time and one game at a time. And I had a couple of not so good games. I still kind of, forgot about it and just started fresh. And I just matched up really well and just went my way. So.
All right, well, coming out obviously plus 100 has to be good for the confidence, of course. And then it seemed like they got a little bit tricky later in the block, maybe game 3, 4, 5, maybe, and then kind of open up a little bit at the end.
Yeah, for me, pair to pair was different and trickier, but I worked on something the last few months, and usually I would have moved left, and when the lanes are hooking, but I tried to stay right the whole time and just kind of throw it faster and less rev rate, and just worked out really well. And I just lucky guess, I guess, and just bowled well.
And a little different setup today with the top 32 coming in 3 on a pair, moving across the house, and a little less traffic, but the top of the field. So a little different lane play today, a little different breakdown.
Yeah, and a little better bowlers today, and everybody kind of broke down the lanes a little bit better, and it wasn't as many people in a pair. I mean, it was still tricky. I still kind of found them, still hard, but yeah.
All right, so now we're heading into match play. Of course, it gets interesting now with the new formats. It's going to be splitting you guys up into 2 groups, and as unofficially the number 1 seed, it'll be all the odd numbers in one group, and either way, it's going to be 5 games of round-robin match play plus the position round. What's the mindset or what's the strategy now compared to the last 3 rounds?
I actually try not to even think about it. Just kind of remind myself, one game at a time, one shot at a time, and I don't really care who I bowl against or what pair I bowl on. I'm just me and 10 pins, and I'm just trying to knock down every pin I can.
All right,
That's it.
and with the format and the fresh season, anything you learned last week that really helped you this week, and anything you might be doing differently?
I'm not really sure. I just kind of wanted to forget last week and just start fresh, and just came in with a fresh mindset and just one shot at a time.
All right, folks. Well, there you have it. Diana Z. And she is unofficially your leader here at the nationwide PWBA Sonoma County Open. Match play coming up at 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. here on the West Coast. Diana, thanks for joining us. Best of luck the rest of the way.
Thank you.
All right, and there you have it. We'll wait patiently for the final official top 12. Emil Williams Jr. on the camera work. Take a look at our fancy banners here on the Maskey units. Want to say thank you to Nationwide, presenting sponsor at this week's event here at Double Decker Lanes. Of course, all of our partners. Smithfield, big supporter of the PWBA as well. Can't do it without all the sponsors and fans. We do appreciate it. Players do. Double Decker Lanes. Great hosts here. The Decker family. General Manager Curtis Woods Jr. Really making the bowlers feel special and welcome here in what they call the small town of Rohnert Park. Noting that this event a huge deal, and we had some local media coverage. So we're very excited about that and the great support. And no doubt we'll see the same next week when we head to Sacramento. Steve Cook's Fireside Lanes was the first standard event of the 2015 PWBA season. Alicia Current, the defending champion at that tournament. And we'll take the 4 finalists from each of the first 3 events: the PWBA Las Vegas Open, the Nationwide PWBA Sonoma County Open, and next week's PWBA Storm Sacramento Open. They all will advance through the TV shows that will be taped during the USBC Queens May 26th. And the Queens show will be live. The rest will air the first 3 weeks of June. So looking forward to seeing ladies bowling back on CBS Sports Network. Special thanks to Kegel and Eric Pearson for laying out the 37-foot oil pattern we've had the last 2 days here. Eric getting the lanes ready for match play again coming up at 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. local time. In just a minute, we'll have our top 12, and then we will step out of the way and get situated for match play. So thanks for tuning in. Stay tuned for the top 12. We'll be right back. Our tournament director, Damon Sirocco, about to grab the mic, announce the top 12. Here you go.
Our top 12 in order, averaging better than 223, Diana Zabielova. Congratulations, Diana, great bowler. Jazril Tan, Kelly Kulick, Danielle McEwen, Ray Fendu, Shannon O'Keefe, Leanne Holzenberg, Maria Jose Rodriguez, Liz Johnson, Jennifer Higgins, Josie Ernest, 12th place with the score of plus 151, Shayna Ung. Congratulations, ladies. Great bowling. Roll call for match play will be 12:30 in the players' locker room.
All right, so it looks like we were spot on right there with our top 12. Shane Ung grabbing the final spot at plus 151. The official order and numbers will be available on PWBA.com momentarily. And we'll be back on the air at 4 p.m. Eastern with the start of match play. We'll have a recap later tonight, PWBA.com. And, of course, remember to follow us on social media, the official PWBA Facebook page and at PWBA on Twitter. Do appreciate everybody tuning in. It was a little hectic today, and Emil Williams Jr. helped make the best of it, but that is the news for now. We'll see you on the lanes.